Well, now I'm joined by Tony Campbell, who's Managing Director of Piaggio UK. Tony, you've got one of the busiest jobs here, I'd say, with all these brands you've got under Piaggio.
Yeah, I mean, we're representing 4 of our brands on the stand at the show. We actually have got 6, but yeah, it's pretty busy. So we've got a lot of exciting new products.
You certainly have, and you sat on one of them. I've got to touch on this because this custom version of the Moto Guzzi California has really caught my eye. I love the fact what you've done with the engine. You know, you've got these big cylinders sticking out of the side and you've shaped the fuel tank around them. It's the way it should be done, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've got to remember that Moto Guzzi is known for this 90-degree across-the-frame V-twin. When you think Guzzi, you think of this engine design. So it's always been at the heart of our motorcycle, and for sure it's a big feature of the design for the new California.
Now, this is the custom version, but behind us we've got the touring version, which is probably a bit more traditional, but the bike generally just mixes tradition with modern technology, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the California is it's an iconic name in the world of motorcycling. So when you mention California, you immediately think Moto Guzzi. This bike has been 3 years in the making in terms of development, and we're bringing first the touring version, which you referred to a moment ago. That is what the Moto Guzzi owner would for sure expect. And then obviously we've got this new stripped down naked version, which we're calling the custom. And that's going to be aimed at, I wouldn't say the more younger customer, but we think it'll appeal to a more younger audience.
For me, it's the attention to detail. It's that gauge, that retro gauge with the digital readout in the middle of it, and things like that really make this bike.
I think the thing with motorcyclists, we could all stand here, look around many different features of this bike, and get extremely, be careful what I say, but extremely turned on by it. The clocks you've mentioned, the light design. There's lots of modern styling cues to this bike which have never featured on a custom bike to date. So we think we've reset a benchmark in the cruiser market for sure, and you know, this is going to ride probably better than it looks. So that's what you're going to look forward to. Very
well then. Right, at the risk of getting you even more excited, Aprilia Capenord, another iconic bike, and it looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming for sure. The market's changed. That's one area of the market that's growing. We've not been present for quite some time since the original Capenord, so for us it's a really big development. The engine is based on the Dosaduro 1200 engine, which is anyone that's ridden it will tell you that it's fantastic in its power delivery, etc. For the Capenord, it's been reconfigured. Obviously all of the mapping has been changed, and the actual engine configuration, and not in terms of the design, but the way the engine's built is specifically around that area of the market. So that's going to be an exciting bike for us, available in 2 versions as well. The standard version, and then the version which has got all of the electronic technology that we currently bring to the market. So you know, it's going to be an exciting time, and the pricing is going to be very competitive as well.
And of course the links with Aprilia Racing with the Capenord hints at the bike's performance as well.
Yeah, I mean, for sure it'll be at the top end of the performance for that style of bike. For Aprilia Racing, probably apart from winning, you know, we're known for our ability to bring all of these latest electronic gizmos to the market. So that bike particularly has got the adaptive suspension, which unlike the competitors, it thinks for itself as you ride, so you don't have to preset it. So whatever the conditions are, whatever your style of riding is, the bike will adapt as you ride. It's got the 3-position or 3-setting traction control system, and it's also got the ride-by-wire, so that's also gives us the 3 maps, so the rider can actually get the engine power being delivered dependent on the conditions. So as I said, it's going to be a class leading for that segment of the market, and it is really exciting for us.
Absolutely. Now, next stop on this whistle-stop tour of the Piaggio stand, we've got the MP3, which is just over behind you, and it just looks fantastic. For that range of bike, it's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, the unique thing about that bike is obviously is the 3-wheel design, and the fact that the spacing on the front wheels actually dictates that it's a tricycle. So the rider, a licence holder with only a car licence can ride that bike. We've had a lot of success over the last couple of years. We put a lot of effort behind it last year, and now we're starting to see that really come through. In fact, we've sort of tripled our volumes year on year, and we're, you know, the dealers, particularly in the big cities, are doing really, really well with it. Apart from the obvious that you can ride it on a car license, it's very, very safe. Lots of protection on there, and yeah, it's bringing new people into the 2-wheeled experience. So it is bringing new riders into the market as well, for sure.
You really are cornering every part of the market, aren't you, with this Piaggio brand? It's innovation is probably a key word for you at the moment.
It is. As I said, we cover the market from the 16-year-old on some of the sporty, low-capacity 50cc scooters, right through to the older customer of the motorcycle market. So, yeah, well, I mean, we've got fantastic coverage.
And just very quickly, the Vespa is another brand you've got here. It's been very well received. It was launched in Milan very recently, and it looks great.
Yeah, that's the new 946 that you're referring to. You know, it's the thing of beauty. You only have to take a look at it. And whilst it's going to be one of those aspirational products, we're not anticipating big volumes. It's going to be fairly limited production. It's the first Vespa that's got a full aluminium body. They're normally steel, and it really is an amazing bike to look at. I am certain there'll be many people buying them and just parking them in their living room, let alone riding them. So it's the ultimate style icon.
Well, it's another iconic brand that you're really taking places here at Piaggio. It's great to talk to you, and enjoy the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
So from one brand who are doing really innovative things in the world of motorcycling, I want to go and check on another. I'm going to go and have a look at what KTM have brought along to Motorcycle Live. It'd be brilliant if you could join me. Come on.